Good evening. I'm Robin Crawley, and I have the absolute delight of serving as Chief of Early Childhood Services for the Department of Community and Human Services. Tonight's event is sponsored by the Emergency Child Care Collaborative in conjunction with Smart Beginnings Alexandria. We are charged to understand the needs and resources for supporting families and providers in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Never did we imagine that the response would lead us to have to plan for long-term virtual as well as in-person childcare options. We are delighted that you have decided to participate in our virtual childcare open house. The COVID-19 pandemic has turned life upside down for everyone, especially for the childcare businesses and for families who rely on them to provide safe, reliable, and high-quality care so that families can continue to work and keep our economy going. We want you to know that childcare is open and welcomes you to their programs. This virtual showcase highlights only those programs who were a part of the Emergency Child Care Collaborative. But if you are on the webinar and are a child care provider, preschool provider, or family day home provider, type your information in the chat box so families know that you are here and ready to serve. This evening, you will tour 5 child care centers, 2 family day homes, and 2 out-of-school programs. Like you, we do not know what the future holds, but we do know this. We are committed to planning equitable access for safe, high-quality learning experiences for children. We want you to be informed, be excited, be ready to meet this new normal head-on for all of your childcare needs. As you hear from the programs, please use the chat box for any questions you may have. At this time, we will have greetings from the Honorable Mayor Justin Wilson.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Robin, for the introduction, and thanks, first of all, to all of our partners and our DCHS staff, easy for me to say, for all of your hard work in pulling together this forum. I want to especially thank our child care centers, the family providers, and our out-of-school programs who are participating in the program tonight. And thanks to all of our providers in the city for all of the work they have done over these last several months to adjust, to adapt, to change, and to make sure, above all, that our children and our families and the workers in our facilities are safe. I think safety is obviously our #1 priority. And certainly to the child care workers, those folks who are some of our most essential workers, who have bravely worked throughout this crisis. We thank you for all the work that you've done. To the parents who have joined us today, we hear you, we are with you, and thanks so much for being on here. And we are working hard, all of us, all of the partners, the nonprofits, the city, the state, everyone is working to support you and your children during this incredible time. You know, this has been an extraordinary time, obviously, for our planet, for our country, for our state, and for our city. We have very much, really since March, had to dismantle a safety net that has been put together and has been carefully nurtured for generations. And we have essentially dismantled it all at once. And we are working to reassemble it on the fly. Something that has been put in place over generations, we are building over the period of weeks and months. And it is an incredible undertaking, but one that is so vitally important. And I think we have learned during this period of time, we as a society have learned that the linchpin of everything in our economy, the linchpin of our schools, our economic activity, our retailers, our restaurants, our businesses, small, large, medium size, everything, is childcare, is the ability to provide safe environments for our children. And so as we rebuild this safety net over this period of time and rebuild it in a much different way that can protect public health, I think we have a broadening recognition of the importance that the childcare has in in our society. And so we will continue to work in partnership with the Commonwealth, in partnership with our nonprofits and all of our private providers to make sure that we rebuild it right. You know, since April, we've had our emergency child care collaborative in place. They've been working with families and providers to very much identify the needs and make sure we understand the needs in this changed environment. They've been working to collaborate with not only those regional and state entities that I talked about, but also with our public health experts. I think every public health is the foundation which all this is built on, and until we can assure public health, we can't move to the next level. And so we've had a really unprecedented partnership with our public health experts to make sure that everything we do is done with health in mind. And all of our providers have come to the table and worked with us to make sure that is a part of the equation. And we have to make sure that we have all the supplies and readiness, you know, the PPE, the kind of design changes that have to be taken into account to ensure that safety. We have been able to layer some additional state funding, some additional federal funding. Everyone's had flexibility at every side. We are looking at every facility option that we have. In some ways, we have some increased opportunities now because at least for the first 9 weeks, our schools will not be physically doing in-school education. So I think we from the city side are committed to partnering with anyone and everyone to protect the welfare of our kids and ensure that all children, particularly those of folks who have to get back to work in person, all of those children have a good, safe environment to be in. So I thank you all for being here this evening. I'm looking forward to this discussion and all the questions, and making sure that that we continue to protect our kids during this this very challenging moment for our society. So thank you all for everyone who put this together, and I look forward to watching the presentation. So thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. We're going to get started with our videos tonight. I'll introduce myself. My name is Patty Eitmiller. This is my cat, Jack, who loves Zoom. Just add a little humor in there. Didn't plan that. But I am part of the City of Alexandria Early Childhood resource team. So I support our childcare providers, some of our centers, as well as our Head Start teachers with professional development training. So we're going to get started with our first video talking about our City of Alexandria Head Start program.
Hi, my name is Edith Hawkins. I'm with the CAMPAGNA Center. I'm the Chief Program Officer here. We're going to go ahead and just start with the PowerPoint presentation first. So thank you all for your time tonight. The CAMPAGNA Center does operate the Alexandria Head Start program, so I'm going to share a little bit about the details of that Head Start program at this time. Can move to the next slide. So this is the vision and mission of our organization, the CAMPAGNA Center, which aligns very nicely with our Head Start in the City of Alexandria, in that, you know, we have a goal of inspiring a commitment to learning for our children, teens, and adults. We do take very seriously supporting the early childhood education for our young children and preparing them to begin school, as well as just developing a love for learning. And our organization has been operating and serving the City of Alexandria for 75 years. And we do offer services where we characterize it as serving children from cradle to career. So we do serve young children and families, as well as teens and adults. Next slide. So just to provide a little bit of context for our Head Start program, or how our Head Start program sits within our early learning programs or early childhood programs within the CAMPAGNA Center. We do have a birth to 5 framework, and we do serve children from 0 to 5, and we do serve children in a variety of ways. So we do have centers, we do have home-based support for our younger children, which is through our home visiting program, and we partner with family child care providers, as well as have family child care staff. And then our, I'll say preschool age children, we serve all of those preschool age children in centers. So our Alexandria Head Start program is, we do serve our children and families that are served through this program in centers across the city. Next slide. So just a few more details about the program. As I said, we serve children ages 3 to 5 in 7 sites across the city. Hours of operations are from 8:30 to 3 p.m. And the program does run from September to June because we do follow the ACPS school calendar. So that also includes the holidays, the breaks, all of those things, we follow ACPS. So this is a 10-month program in which we serve children ages 3 to 5. We provide a safe, supportive, and engaging learning environment. And again, the goal is to focus on preparing children through kindergarten. And we use a curriculum called the Creative Curriculum for preschoolers. And it is a structured program, a curriculum that takes children through a scope and sequence of activities, but it also allows for flexibility as well to meet the child where that child is and provide unique learning experiences for that child. We do focus on 5 key areas for our children who are served through the program, and we look at it as building blocks for our children. So we focus on critical thinking and problem solving, language and literacy, gross and fine motor skills, social and emotional development, as well as math. And then even just to speak a little bit about our language portion, although we support language development, we also take pride in supporting children in developing that within their home language. So we do have a lot of, through our centers and such, we do label different things with a variety of different languages so children can see those items in their language. So we do support language, but we also do that within the context of honoring home language. Next slide. So our classrooms are staffed by teachers who have associate degrees in early childhood education, and it is a two teacher team. So basically there are 2 teachers per classroom, and they do work collaboratively to support children within the classroom. And as I said earlier, our curriculum that we use, it allows us to individualize learning for children, and we're able to create individualized learning plans. And we do assess our children 3 times a year, and we use that data to help create unique learning experiences, again, to meet the child where they are and help them move along at their pace. We do have a partnership with ACPS Child Find to support children with special needs. And so at the beginning of the program year, when we are enrolling children, new children to the program, we do work with families to complete a few screeners that allow us to see if there is a need to begin a referral process to provide targeted services for the children in partnership with ACPS's Child Find program. We have family service specialists that support the work of our families, and this is unique in the sense that their goal is to help families get access to services and resources throughout the city. That could be everything from employment opportunities, educational opportunities, food, clothing, access to housing, whatever it means to support a family self-sufficiency. That is the role of that family service specialist, as well as working with the family to help meet the child's developmental goals. Next. So important details to keep in mind, as the mayor said, and as Robin Crawley mentioned as well, we are what I call in our new normal when it comes to how do we operate moving forward due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We will be making some changes for our programs, but before I get there, I'd like to at least point out that for this program, we do have income eligibility requirements. So you do have to meet certain requirements in order to be served through the program, and we do request documentation to review that and confirm that you meet those requirements. Applications are accepted on a rolling basis, and so there is no application deadline. And then actually once a parent enrolls in the program, their child can continue in the program until that child transitions into kindergarten. Again, this year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there will be some modifications made to our program. So we will be offering in-group care at select sites, and we will be prioritizing working families. Again, trying to make sure that the working families do have access to the child care they need so that they can continue their employment and have a safe space for their children. But we will also offer educational experiences through a virtual format. And that means all of the services. So the services I described, not only the educational component that I described, but as well as the family support. We will be offering that as well in the virtual format. For the sites that we will have open for in-group care, we have enhanced safety measures that we have put in place that range from personal protective equipment such as masks, face shields, gloves, and smogs. There's a daily health screening protocol that's utilized not only for staff but for children before they enter the building. There's also an increased use of sanitation throughout the day. We will be testing our staff on a monthly basis as well. And then the sites themselves have been restructured to be able to adhere to social distancing guidelines per the Virginia Department of Social Services, so that we can, ensure that basically we meet those guidelines, but still have an engaging and dynamic environment for the children. Next slide. So this is the contact information for our admin enrollment specialist. Her name is Leslie Whitesong. She could provide any details you have. She could walk you through eligibility requirements and what's needed. You can also visit our website to get more information about our Head Start program. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Hello and welcome to the CAMPAGNA Early Learning Center here at St. James, located in Alexandria, Virginia. My name is Paulette Shannon and I am the director here. I have been the director for about 3 years now and been in early childhood for about 25 years. We are one of the 8 sites of the CAMPAGNA Center organization. Located here in Alexandria. We serve children from 3 to 5 years old. My teachers have been with me for 2 years now. Each teacher, I have 5 teachers in the program. They all have degrees in early childhood education. We also have a wonderful curriculum program that we use to help each child maximize their total, complete learning experience. So come along with us for a tour of this center as we explore all the wonderful things that the children have been doing. Here at St. James Early Learning Center, we have 3 classrooms. 2 hold 16 and 1 holds 18. But again, due to the pandemic, we are going to downsize and each classroom will hold 10 going into the fall. In the first classroom, currently it is closed, but in the fall it will hold 10 kids. The second classroom is called the Butterflies Classroom. They are 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. It's a mixed age group. They have been working on different summer activities, mostly to help them with their social emotional skills. So they've been doing a lot of hands-on manipulatives and things of that nature, and practicing writing their first and last name to prep them for kindergarten. The third classroom is the Busy Bees classroom that holds 18 students, but again, we'll only max it out at 10 just to make sure we're keep each other safe and practice social distancing. In that classroom, they'll have breakfast and then they go into group time at the tables. They'll take out their little individual bins and practice writing, whether math, numbers, or working on writing their name or their alphabet letters. Even though they are doing social distancing, we still want to try to keep it as normal as possible and have them interact with each other as much as they possibly can without having them touch one another. Due to the pandemic, we have amped up our sanitation methods. So each morning we come in an hour early and we sanitize. We start with sanitizing each door, all hard surfaces, tables, electrical outlets, anything that we are constantly going to be touching throughout the day. The kids have naps here each day, daily, 2 hours a day. So we come in and we also wash their sheets and their blankets so that they're also clean for them each day. Before the children come into the classrooms, they have to have a daily temperature check, and each morning the teachers also look over the child to make sure there's any other symptoms besides the temperature before the child is walked back into the classroom. Then in the midday, they do another check of the temperature to make sure the child is still well. As far as interaction of the children, we also have to practice social distancing with the teachers. So normally if they do group time, it would be on a carpet area, everybody's sitting close together and we weren't concerned about touching. But to keep each other safe, each child sits 2 children per table. The teacher will generally sit in the middle and do a lesson with the child, do a craft with the child, or just have a meal with the child. Some sort of interaction and communication is always going on while they're practicing social distancing. Each teacher and staff and all contractors that come in are required to wear a mask, and we do check each person's temperature and do a health check of each person that comes into the building. Again, this is St. James Early Learning Center. I am one of 8 sites of the CAMPAGNA Center organization. Thank you for viewing. I will be serving children 3 to 5 years old through many different funding mechanisms. We take scholarships, subsidies, fee-paying parents. If you would like to enroll, please contact me at pshannon@campagnacenter.org. Please have a wonderful day.
All right, thanks for sharing Head Start, Alexandria City Head Start. Next up will be Alexandria City Public Schools early childhood programs. And again, here's Jack here just to help me introduce.
Hello, Alexandria City families. Did you know Alexandria City Public Schools offers free preschool through the Virginia Preschool Initiative? This fall, classes will begin virtually. Each online class will be taught by a licensed teacher. Students will receive a tablet and materials for at-home learning. Additionally, families will have the opportunity to meet one-on-one with teachers for assistance. To enroll your child, you must meet the following requirements. The student must be 4 years old by September 30th. Your family must reside in the city of Alexandria. And your family must meet the following income eligibility guidelines. To start the enrollment process, schedule an appointment by calling 703-619-8026 or email vpiearlychildhood@acps.k12.va.us. Our office will then review your eligibility. You will then complete the registration forms and submit supporting documents such as original birth certificate, parent photo ID, medical documents, residency documents, and income documents. For more information, please visit our website.
Okay, thanks for Alexandria City Public Schools for sharing that information. Be sure to type your questions in the Q&A box if you have any questions for any of the presentations that we're showing. Next up is the Child and Family Network Centers. So we'll take a look at their video and their PowerPoint as well.
Welcome to CFNC. We are Alexandria's free preschool program with 8 classrooms throughout the city of Alexandria, with hours lasting from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., with aftercare from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Our program is made to fit around your needs. Our teachers speak Spanish, Arabic, and Amharic, and every classroom has at least one bilingual teacher to support your child as they learn English. Our program is designed for children who are 4 by September 30th and is completely free to you. All of our classrooms are equipped with a playground for outdoor exploration and physical activity. Our classrooms are filled with high-quality learning materials that will allow your child to build the skills he or she needs to be successful in kindergarten.
Children with so much love, every single one of them. They want them to learn, which is something very important to all of the children. And so all I see is the love and the commitment and what they do for the children is just, it's really just, it warms my heart. And that's what I love the most about CFNC, the teachers.
Hi everybody, my name is Jackie Didio and I'm the Executive Director at the Child and Family Network Centers. And I'd love to take you all through our presentation today, a little bit more about CFNC. Awesome, so you can see here that so we've been around in Alexandria for over 35 years and you can see some photos from Not only this year, as you know, everyone has been challenged with what's going on in our world, and we've definitely made do and have amazing teachers and amazing staff members who are making that possible. Next slide. Our mission is to provide caring, high quality, free education and wraparound services to children and families in their own neighborhoods in Alexandria. And we really want them to be prepared for beyond school and also ready for kindergarten, ready for what's next, not only for our children, but also for our families as well. Next slide, please. At CFNC, we right now have usually just 2 programs, but this year we're really viewing this as 3 different programs we're running. So we're running in-person preschool. Bilingual is really important to us to not only speak, our teachers not only speak Spanish, but Arabic and any other language that your students might be speaking. We'll be open in 7 locations this fall, and we'll be reducing the class sizes as well. We'll also be having a virtual classroom with dedicated teachers to that as well, just so we can make sure that we meet all the needs of our families. In addition to that, we have wraparound services for all of our families across Alexandria, no matter if you're in the in-person or the virtual learning. Next slide, please. We're also committed to equity and inclusion. So that means welcoming everyone with open arms into our physical and our virtual classrooms. And like I mentioned, all of our teachers are bilingual and can support your family and your child as we prepare them for kindergarten. Next slide. We ran a program this summer to get ready for the fall. And so this is a preview of what to expect. Go ahead and go to the next slide. We have 7 locations in person, and you can contact us and we'll be sending out more details on that throughout the city. Next slide, please. And we also have really important COVID-19 protocols that we've put in place. As you can see, this summer, our teachers did some work with hand washing. They talked and they did this with their hands with our students. And they also created different masks to make sure our students felt really safe being in the classrooms. You know, if you're sick, stay home. We really promote these smaller classroom sizes, no blending of classes, and making sure cots are 6 feet apart for nap time. We take temperatures upon arrival, staggering pickup times, frequent hand washing, and masks required by our teachers. We've also increased the cleaning of our locations every day too, to make sure everyone is safe. Next slide. We have some additional key points that I just wanted to share out about how we're making sure we keep everyone safe. And we really encourage our working families to come in person if that's something they'd like, or also virtually as well. As you can see, these are some masks we made this summer in this slide, which are really cute, that our teachers started to do with our students. And we'll make sure that as a community, we practice physical distancing, mask wearing. We take temperatures every day, follow the health and safety guidelines that BDSS and the CDC and our city have put in place. And only other teachers can be in the classroom. So no visitors or no parents in the classroom this year, that will make sure that that handoff is really safe, especially at the beginning of the year. Go ahead and go to the next slide. We'll also provide virtual classrooms this year, which will look a little bit different, but we'll be making sure that your child has a schedule of options throughout the day. Next slide. Each student will receive a tablet. You'll have a daily schedule of learning and playtime. Log in with your teacher that's assigned to you every day. And we require adults to be present for signing into this class. All of your students and teachers will also receive wraparound services, and there'll be a monthly supply pickup at one of our locations. Next slide. This wraparound service is something I truly love about CFNC. We have amazing team members who provide this support. So one-on-one virtual home tours and dedicated support workers who can help navigate many different things in the city, through mental health support to rental assistance to unemployment. Next slide. Thank you all so much. I do hope that I get to meet you and be a part of our CFNC family. It's been truly a joy to be a part of this community. And thank you to everyone, Robin and everyone on the collaborative, to make this possible. Have a great evening.
Okay, everyone, I just got word that we're getting ready to introduce our next video. We will be featuring the Happy Home program.
Hi, I'm Deborah Tillman, founder and CEO of Happy Home Christian Leadership Academy for Early Learners. Happy Home has been open since 1994, and we are nationally accredited by the NAEYC, which stands for the National Association for the Education of Young Children. Our vision is to build a strong, vibrant, purpose-driven, and effective team that can lead the next generation in education, morals, values, self-esteem, and self-determination. We are fully committed to making sure that each child reaches their potential. Happy Home's been open since the beginning of this coronavirus pandemic for essential employees who have needed us. And we want to make sure that you are not only getting a center that wants to educate your children, but also a center that wants to make sure that your children are safe, healthy, emotionally secure, and rooted and grounded in the principles of faith. So come, join me, take a tour, and let's see how Happy Home shines. At Happy Home, we care about safety. Our licensed teachers are checked each day. They arrive early to ensure that classrooms are disinfected as well as the outdoor playground space. Our Melaleuca cleaning products are free from toxins and paraffins. We care about health. Children arrive with parents wearing masks. They complete a COVID-free health questionnaire. Teachers disinfect all items touched, and the child is required to wash his or her hands. Before we start each day, our children take the time to pray. We care about the environment. In our Busy Bees infant program, we believe that every child can learn in a loving, nurturing environment. The Rising Rainbows toddler program is designed to learn through play and teaches children to love language and literacy. The Small Wonders preschool program teaches children to problem solve, read, work together, and creatively express themselves. The Shining Star pre-kindergarten program is intentional about preparing our children to be leaders, not only in kindergarten, but also in life. Outdoor play twice a day is a time to slide, be happy, run, and just have fun. We care about your child's emotional well-being. That's why we believe children are never too young for mindfulness and meditation. It promotes calmness, self-regulation, and says, I am at peace. We care about your child's nutrition. That's why Happy Home's menu is completely organic. We end our day with cheerful teachers who are all here to make a difference. Hi again. I hope you enjoyed our virtual tour, and I pray that it settles your heart, your mind, and your spirit to know that we care as much about your children as you do. It's not about just bringing them back, it's bringing them back safely. I hope you saw that we took the steps to make that happen. Take care. Join our Happy Home family by calling 703-931-1051. Check out our website at happyhomeclc.com or simply email info@happyhomeclc.com. We're here to serve you. Good evening, parents, families, and colleagues. Welcome to Success and to tonight's virtual child care open house. I'm Dr. Deborah Tillman, and I'm excited to share not only how Happy Home Christian Leadership Academy for Early Learners is making a difference in our community, but also to let you know that Alexandria City Child Care Centers are here to encourage and equip you to make an informed decision during this medical pandemic. Happy Home created its vision in 1994 out of a deep respect for young children, knowing that in a positive, supportive, loving environment, children can flourish. Scripture says, without vision, the people will perish. Our goal was to be a proactive force in the lives of children. We wanted to know what the core values and deep beliefs of the school were before attempting to make it a reality. Face it, no one gets into a car without a destination, and no one waits for a fire to break out in their home before purchasing smoke detectors. Thus, Happy Home didn't want to open a school without a vision. The SHINE acronym was developed because in one word, we believe that it is the responsibility of school administrators, teachers, and staff to shine the brightest even when challenges in the world seem so dark. Safety has always been our #1 priority. We follow the state, local, and CDC guidelines, and we also follow common sense guidelines when it comes to caring for your children. Teachers have practice drills and check-ins each week so that we are all on the same page. We are happy to enroll you and your child into our program. However, we make sure that they are not only physically healthy, but also mentally and emotionally healthy. Studying at the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, I've learned that children are resilient. However, they also need daily practices of meditation and breathing. No school operates well without systems. Our internal procedures keep everyone abreast as to updates and information between home, workplace, and school. Understanding the great impact that home and family have on a child's development, our weekly connection calls are an opportunity to hear the heart of our parents and staff. You've learned from the video that Happy Home is completely organic. Our nutrition education program is an important part of helping to ensure that children will achieve healthful lifestyles. I've learned that creating a healthy, active environment for children helps to build the foundation for a successful future. The best education doesn't happen in front of a computer at home or at a desk, but rather engaged in everyday living, hands-on exploration, and active relationships with young friends. We would love for you to join our Happy Home family. We're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tours are given after hours and on Saturdays for your convenience. I would be remiss if I did not introduce you to our amazing leadership team of educated, loving, committed teachers who inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. And finally, know that we are here to serve you safely. Remember, Alexandria City Child Care Centers all shine. God bless you and hope to see you soon.
Okay, hi again, everybody. I think the next one we have up is our Creative Play School.
Welcome to Creative Play School in Del Rey, located on Windsor Avenue in the Del Rey United Methodist Church. My name is Chris Solberg, and I've been the director here for over 10 years. I've been in early childhood education for the last 20 years. Our full-day, full-year preschool enrolls as young as 2 years old and goes up to 10 years old in our after-school program. We have 4 preschool classrooms and 3 after-school classrooms. Both centers are locked facilities. This is one of our pre-K classrooms that we're in right now. Both of our centers have been awarded Best Preschools for 2 years in a row through Northern Virginia Magazine. Our administration and staff is very stable, and we have rented our space from the church for over 35 years. All our teachers at Creative Play School, at a minimum, have a CDA, which is a vocational technical certification, but many have degrees in early childhood. Learning through play is our philosophy. This approach is based on years of research and shows that it is the most effective way to encourage children's academic, social, emotional, and physical development. This philosophy emphasizes the development of the whole child and the importance of giving individual attention to every child, as each child learns in their own way and time. And this individual attention helps young children develop confidence in their own abilities. We use the HighScope curriculum and follow the Virginia building blocks. And we offer developmentally appropriate practices for all of the children. We also administer the PALS, the Phonological Awareness Literacy Screening Tool, which was developed by the University of Virginia. We administer this tool in each child's pre-K year prior to going to kindergarten. And when your child concludes our Learning Through Play program at Creative Play School, they are ready to succeed in the grade school years that lie ahead. We also offer special classes here at Creative: Spanish, music, Jump Bunch, which is our group physical fitness activity, and the Excite soccer program. And for our grade school after-school care program, we offer a reading time every day and homework help from our experienced staff. We have been continuously open during the pandemic of COVID-19. We have learned a lot and continue to adjust and modify health practices based on new information. And our first priority is your child's health and safety. To protect the children in our care, we are strictly following CDC and state guidelines. Our staff are regularly cleaning and disinfecting throughout the day, wearing masks and face shields, and keeping a safe distance. Our parents are asked to wear masks when dropping off or picking up their child. And our children are asked to wear masks when they are inside the building. Staff temperatures are taken at the door, and staff are not permitted to work if they are not feeling well. We receive the children in care at the door, take their temperature, take them through their classrooms, and have them immediately wash their hands. No one with a temperature of 100.4 is allowed to stay. Parents and staff are asked a daily health questionnaire each morning at drop-off. And no parents or visitors are allowed in the building at this time. We are practicing proper and frequent hand washing throughout the day. The children are in very small groups and are not mixed at all, even for the playground time. And children do not share materials. We have also purchased HEPA air purifiers for all the classrooms. And we are part of the Alexandria Promise, a program of the Alexandria Health Department. Please check us out and like us on Facebook and visit our website for more information. We really hope to meet you and your family in person soon. Please take care and stay safe.
Creative Play School is a private child care center that has been family owned and operated for over 40 years. We have served thousands of children over those 40 years with quality child care experiences. There are 2 locations, one on North Howard Street, where we serve children from 16 months through 6 years of age, and one on Windsor Avenue, where we serve children from 2 to 10 years of age. We offer a school-age program at Windsor Avenue and a full-day summer camp. Both locations are NAEYC accredited, and we have been named one of the best preschools by Northern Virginia Magazine for the past 3 years. This year we have a special initiative at Windsor Avenue where we are serving school-age children and assisting them with their virtual classroom experience. The philosophy at Creative Play School is learning through play. We use the HighScope curriculum and many activities throughout the day, such as art, music, creative movement, science, cooking, reading, and math. All of these activities are incorporated into the lesson plans. We also offer enrichment programs in Spanish, music, Jump Bunch, and soccer. The school-age program offers homework help, as well as tutoring, soccer, and special programming during the summer months. We use an integrated curriculum approach so that children learn by doing or through planned play activities. Play is a child's work. Your child's health and safety are our #1 concern at Creative Play School. We have operated throughout the pandemic and learned many things as we have gone through this process. We've created new systems so that we have in-person safety and emotional support for the children. Only staff and children may enter the building at this time. Daily temperature checks are done at the door in the morning before children are allowed to enter, and parent questionnaires are administered daily as to the health and welfare of their child in the last 24 hours. Staff then take children to wash their hands. Staff are wearing face masks and face shields. Children over 2 years old are wearing masks, and good hand hygiene is practiced throughout the day. Staff are sanitizing frequently, touch surfaces regularly, and children do not share supplies. They have their own art materials, and we recently installed HEPA air filtration systems in each classroom. We are doing as much outdoors as we can to keep the children safe and healthy. Children need a safe, clean, and supportive environment in which to grow and learn. Our goal is for every child to enjoy learning and coming to school, as this is the groundwork for later success. Individuality and self-expression are valued and encouraged in both children and staff. Children are given the opportunity to grow and learn at their own pace, while learning to play and behave cooperatively as part of our school family. The school day is a balance of planned activities and free time. All staff are experienced, well-trained teachers who receive ongoing training. There's an on-site social worker who provides support to parents and children by offering parent education, teaching social skills to children, and partnering with parents to build community within the schools. Our administrative team is a group of very well-trained, well-educated, and experienced professionals. Sandra Blanco is the director at the North Howard Street. Christine Solberg is the director of the Windsor Avenue location, and Christina Sawitz-Glassner is the family support worker who works at both locations. Diane Smalley is the owner and is active in the business and works at both schools. Admission is open to all children. At this time during the pandemic, we cannot do tours during regular school hours, but we're happy to meet with you before or after hours so that enrollment can take place. We work with the Department of Social Services to support families who need tuition assistance. Children need an immunization record and a birth certificate before they can attend school. Please contact us today. We are happy to talk with you and answer any questions and arrange a tour. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. And we're going to save our last, but certainly not least program that we're going to take a look at tonight is Hopkins House. So take a look.
Howdy, I'd like to welcome you to Hopkins House. Hopkins House is a wonderful center for children and for families. We've got 3 great locations conveniently located, one in the city of Alexandria, one near Dulles Airport in Herndon, and another near Fort Belvoir in southeast Fairfax County. We're also nationally accredited and 3-star rated by Virginia. The history of Hopkins House started in 1939, and we've been in continuous operation since that time. We'd like to share with you this incredible center today, and if you're interested, we'd like you to know that tuition assistance is available through scholarships, and we also very strictly follow COVID pandemic protocols. It's a safe place for kids, a safe place for you. We welcome you to Hopkins House.
Akwaba, welcome. My name is Michelle Fay, principal at Helen Day Preschool Academy. At Helen Day Preschool Academy, we serve children, youth, and families. We are a community-based education center that focuses on social emotional development and preparing children for kindergarten in the world. During this pandemic, we've been taking a lot of precaution with our families. When families arrive at the center, they use a QR code to check their child in. With this QR code, once it's scanned, 3 questions pop up asking whether the child has a fever, cough, shortness of breath, or has been in contact with COVID-19 in the last 14 days. After the child's temperature is taken, the child is escorted by a staff member to their classroom and they begin their day. During the pandemic, staff are required to wear special COVID-19 uniforms. With these COVID-19 uniforms, you will see booties, which are shoe covers that go over their shoes in order to work inside of a classroom. Staff have to wear gloves in the classroom, and they also have to take temperatures of themselves and the children every 2 hours.
Hi, and welcome to Helen Day Preschool Academy. My name is Janae Campbell. I'm the assistant principal here. This is our staff board. Currently, all of our staff have at least an associate's degree. So we want to make sure here at Hopkins House that we are hiring quality staff, quality educators. We make sure that we are a team with our family. So we want to make sure that we have quality staff who can work well with your family to make for the best student growth.
My name is Elizabeth Terrier. I'm the lead educator for Infant 2 classroom, and at the same time I'm the assistant coordinator for infant and toddlers. It was so important for me to go back to get my degree because I realized there are so many opportunities here in America, and Mr. Hopkins has been one of my inspirations. He always encourages staff to go back to school. I have good team members, my management team, my colleagues. Everybody was encouraging me to go back to school, and I realized it was a good step I took. I've never regretted it.
I'll start with our Infant 1 classroom. In this specific classroom, we have ages 6 weeks to 10 months. So in this classroom, you can kind of see it's slightly divided. So on one side, typically we have our more newborns on that side. And then on the other side, it's a little bit more open space for the more mobile infants. So if you follow me this way, we're gonna go to our toddler classroom. In this classroom, the age group is 1.5 to 2.5. They're getting ready to start using those words, start forming sentences. You will see we actually have a toilet in this classroom because some of our children at this age are getting ready to potty train. So our educators will work with you on that if that's what you're ready for. So if you come this way, we're gonna go to our bridge classroom. We say it as kind of the bridge to our junior kindergarten prep classroom. So in this classroom, we're really focusing on that routine, making sure that we're able to regulate our emotions, our feelings, we're able to use our words, because we're really getting ready to kind of go upstairs to the classroom where we start getting ready for kindergarten. All right, so you guys can follow me upstairs. We are going to our junior kindergarten prep classroom. All right, so in this classroom, the age group is between 3.5 to 5 years old. We do ask that all of our scholars be potty trained. We are heavily focused on making sure that they are ready for kindergarten, ready for that school age. We are all about routine in here, expressing our emotions in here the proper way, using our words. We are all about expanding our cognitive learning and abilities. There's a ton of learning going on in this classroom. During COVID-19, students ages 2 and older are expected to wear facial masks while in preschool. However, wearing a mask for several hours can be uncomfortable, and our students sometimes take them off. During these times, as you can see, we organize individual activities that encourage social distancing when not wearing masks. So at pickup, it's a little bit different now with the COVID era. We are not allowing parents to enter, so when it's time for parents to pick up, they'll stand outside of the door, they'll ring the doorbell. A manager or a free educator will go grab their child. We'll bring the child to the door, and the student will exit that way. We've even shortened our hours, so previously we would be open from 7 to 6. Right now we are open 7 to 5. In that extra hour, our educators are using that hour to make sure we're deep cleaning, so we're sanitizing all of the toys that were used that day. We are wiping down any area that has been touched throughout the day, just making sure that we get everything clean and ready to go for the next day.
Now that you've seen Hopkins House, perhaps you want your young scholar enrolled. Please reach out to us. We're at hopkinshouse.org. That's www.hopkinshouse.org. You can also reach us at 571-480-4275. Applications are online, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Welcome to the Hopkins House Helen Day Preschool Academy, a safe, fun place for children to learn and grow. We're conveniently located at 1224 Princess Street in Alexandria, Virginia, just 4 blocks from the Braddock Metro Station. We also have locations at Southeast Fairfax County near Fort Belvoir and the town of Herndon near Dulles Airport. Hopkins House has been serving children since 1939. We're ranked among the top preschools by Northern Virginia Magazine. We have a strong coronavirus mitigation protocol in place, and we serve working and military families. We're nonprofit, state licensed, and government regulated. We welcome military and government child care subsidies, and we offer scholarships and tuition assistance for those in need. We've been operating for 81 years. We have engaged and active parents. We have college degreed educators. We're Virginia Star quality rated. We're also accredited by the National Association for the Education of Young Children, NAEYC. We have strong coronavirus safety protocols in place, including daily digital health care screening at check-in, body temperature checks throughout the day. Masks are required for staff and students 2 years and older. We have COVID-19 tested and trained staff. Classrooms are sanitized nightly. To apply, applications are accepted year-round and online, and there is no registration fee. The fall semester for our preschool begins September 8. Ratios between teacher and student for infants is 1:4. For toddlers, it's 1 educator for every 5 toddlers. For Bridge, Junior, and K-Prep students, that's 2 years to 5 years old, it's 1 educator for 10 students with a maximum of 10 students per class. We have world-class team of college-degreed early care and education professionals. They're led by highly skilled and experienced preschool administrators. Michelle Fay is the principal of the Helen Day Preschool Academy. She has a master's degree and more than 10 years of professional child care experience. Janae Campbell is the assistant principal. She has a bachelor's degree and more than 5 years of professional child care experience. If you're interested in enrolling your child at the Hopkins House Helen Day Preschool Academy, telephone us at 571-480-4275, or you can email us at admissions@hopkinshouse.org, or if you prefer, you can go online at hopkinshousepreschools.org. We're enrolling now, but we have limited space due to social distancing under COVID-19 restrictions. If you're interested, apply today for our remaining seats. Thank you for visiting the Hopkins House Preschool Academy.
Good evening. When life takes an unexpected turn, we are here for you. DCHS has a new social media platform on Facebook. You can take the time now to join facebook.com/DCHS Alexandria VA, or join us on our Twitter page, twitter.com/DCHS_Alex VA. There is also a Spanish text line, as you see presented before you. These are our latest efforts to broaden engagement with clients and partners and increase access to resources, services, and programs that support Alexandrians in their need or impacted by the pandemic. These platforms provide the latest news and information about resources and a great source of information for clients and partners. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Natalia Spinner. I am a family service specialist at the Office for Early Childhood Division through the Alexandria Department of Community and Human Services. I work with family child care providers, supporting them with their business And tonight, we have two wonderful women who will be doing presentations on their family childcare businesses. We want to thank them both in advance for sharing with us on tonight. First up, we have Ravona Berkeley Jones.
Good afternoon. Welcome to CC's Little Geniuses. Come on in. My name is Ravona Berkeley. I've been here in Alexandria now for the last 2.5 years. I first started out in this business over 20 years ago after the birth of my son. With everything that's been going on in the pandemic since March, I certainly understand that parents are very nervous about placing their child in family day home centers. What I would like parents to know about my program is that I have put extra measures in place since COVID has occurred. One thing that I do stress is that parents and children, if you are sick, stay home. When children come in, I will be doing temperature checks as well, and if there is any fever, your child will have to go home for that day. As we move around into the center part, I would just like to let you know that there is separate storage for all of the kids, and their names are on the cubbies. Now, this is the main play area. This is where a lot of what I call their imaginative play. This is also a great opportunity for me to bond with them and engage with them and find out exactly what it is they're doing. So I will go and ask questions like, well, what are you making? I see that you're over there cooking. This is also another way for me to develop social emotional support and also language. Now, behind me, I also have the kitchen area. This is where all of the meals are prepared every day. I want to just speak about the disinfectant because the one thing that I am doing is extra cleaning, doorknobs and everything. Also, another safety measure that I felt was necessary is a hands-free trash can. You see that? As we move out of the food preparation area, I would like to take you to another area where children will be having their meals. Besides their meals, they will also do work here, coloring, and things of that nature. I would like to take you to the area where we do a very, very important, I can't stress it enough, hand washing. What I have done to make hand washing fun for them is I have hand washing songs. Now I would like to take you into the sleeping area for infants. In this room, the one thing that I always stress is safe sleep habits. As you can see, there is no pillows, no covers, nothing. As we move out of this room, I'd like to talk to you about my administrative area. This is the check-in and check-out area for children, where parents will also sign in and sign students out. My daycare is open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And my address is 608 North Payne Street, apartment 34. My contact phone number is 703-299-0723. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I really hope to be servicing you very soon. Thank you again.
Good evening again, everyone. Next up, we will be hearing from Kenya Velasco.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kenya Velasco, and I am childcare provider here in Alexandria City. And I want to share with you some information about my program, hoping you become interested in my childcare services. 7 years ago, Ms. Guzman, my former boss, introduced me to the art of taking care of children. Before I started working with kids, I knew there were a special bond between kids and I. In my young life in Mexico, I was the auntie that children in my family wanted to spend time with. I can visualize my life without being part of young children's life and teach them Spanish and a little bit of my culture. I am warm and affectionate person. I truly enjoy spend my day with children. I always maintain my program clean, organized, and welcoming both parents and children. I am active person who makes sure that children keep body and mind exercise. I embody compassion, trustworthiness, responsibility that help children and parents to feel comfortable with my childcare services. I like to keep myself updated in early childhood development education. I strive to give the best of myself on behalf of children's well-being. Next slide, please. And because of the time, I can read my whole philosophy, but I think the most important thing is that I believe that a play-based environment is essential for a comprehensive child development, and it's what I provide, along with a lot of love, respect, and professionalism. But I always need parents to partner with me on child's education process, so school can be an extension of home. And I believe my job plays an important role in child's life. They might not remember me in the future, but the way I teach them now will be reflected somehow. And that's why I work every day to do my best. Next slide, please. And here is my professional education and some attributes. Some of them are requirements to get the childcare permit, but others I just choose it because I think it's the better for the kids. So like I am CPR and first aid certified. I earned my CDA credential in 2017. I provide homemade healthy and nutritious meals and snacks. And I earned my math certificate. Excuse me. I am bilingual. I speak English and Spanish. And I am constantly in health and safety trainings to offer an excellent service and help children better. Next slide, please. And about my program operation hours and attributes, I can say that it was established since 2015. I care for children from 6 weeks to 8 years old. I open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm very flexible to meet parents' work schedule. I provide meals and snacks, and I provide Spanish immersion program at not extra cost to parents. I provide a play-based environment. I am fully trained provider. And children get fresh air and outdoor play on daily basis, weather permit. And I follow a daily schedule full of activities, meals, free play, and resting time. I maintain supportive and positive relationship with parents and families. And of course, I follow state and local regulations. I also promote positive reinforcement, redirecting, and guidance. Next slide. And you have been hearing the protocol that many of us we are following, so I won't read it. But all I want you to know that I know this is the biggest concern for parents. So I want to tell you that I'm taking very serious this pandemic situation, and I'm doing all as possible to keep children sound and safe, following the CDC guidance and state and local regulations. Next slide, please. And that's it. Thank you so much for taking time to look at my work. If you are interested in enrolling your child in my program, or if you have further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. I promise you won't regret putting your loved one in my hands. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Rosa Chavez, Family Service Specialist with DCHS. In the last segment, we are going to hear from two amazing out of school time program. These include before and after care programs. We are going to hear first from the Campagna Center, Campagna Kids.
Campagna Kids is the largest provider of licensed after-school care in the city of Alexandria, providing childcare services at 11 of the Alexandria City Public Schools for kindergarten through 5th grade students, pre-K students at the ACPS Early Childhood Center, and for 6th grade students at the Patrick Henry and Jefferson Houston elementary schools. Today we're going to be touring our Patrick Henry location. You're going to have an opportunity to see the enhanced services that we're providing around health and safety as children come into our care, as well as children engaged in fun and learning activities. So follow me. So this is where the magic all begins when you drop off your child to one of our centers. You'll be greeted at our health monitoring station where a staff member that we call a health monitor will check your child's temperature and lead you through the touchless process of signing in and signing out your child of the program. And we'll record the temperature and ask you a series of questions to ensure that your child hasn't been exposed to the virus before entering the building. Just a reminder that your child will have to wear a mask each day, and if the parents would like to enter the building, you would have to wear a mask as well. After you drop your children off, your child will be escorted to their grade level group. We staff all of our groups in a 1-to-12 ratio where the adults working with your children are required to meet both academic and training requirements to lead a group of children. Your children will be sectioned off into groups and they'll be able to engage in fun activities such as arts and crafts, sports and relays, and various types of games that encourage social distancing as well as safety. We've also increased our health and safety practices. High-touch surfaces are sanitized every hour and recorded on a log. Our staff members also sanitize children's toys and other items that they play with throughout the day after each use. Meal service tables are sanitized after each use, and children are staggered for meals so that there aren't large groups of children in the same area all at one time. One of the highlights of the Campagna Kids program are our enrichment opportunities. Children engage in activities such as chess, video production, musical theater, vocal music, and instrumental music, as well as all types of fun things that we develop based on their interests. So today you're going to look at our Summer Performing Arts Academy. Our Summer Performing Arts Academy is a camp program where the children spend each day during the summer engaged in the performing arts. The Campagna Kids educational enrichment opportunities not only include activities in the arts and sports and chess and sewing and things of that nature, it also includes support academically. We provide math and reading clubs, as well as homework assistance. We also offer support with ACPS online learning, both in the summer and we provide this service in the fall. So we look forward to you enrolling in our program and we can't wait to see you. If you're interested in registering, you can go to our website at www.campagnacenter.org. Again, that's www.campagnacenter.org, and click on elementary programs and then click on register today. As well as if you need support in registration, we have staff members that will assist you by making an appointment at our HQ office or through technical assistance at your home. We look forward to seeing you this fall. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Randy Gordon from the Campagna Kids program, and I'm excited to be here speaking with you about our program offerings that we're preparing for this upcoming school year. Next slide, please. So earlier today, you heard our Chief Program Officer, Edith Hawkins, speak about the Campagna Center's Cradle to Career model that includes the programs she spoke about that included our early childhood programs, the Early Head Start, and St. James programs. Well, the Campagna Kids program fits into that model right in the center in our elementary programs. And we service children and families in 11 of the Alexandria City Public Schools, providing before and after care services. Next slide, please. So as we said in the video, CAMPAGNA Kids is the largest provider of licensed after-school care in the city of Alexandria. And our program follows the standards that is both the licensing standards, where there's a higher level of regulatory compliance that we have to meet regarding health and safety and child ratios, staff to child ratios, as well as we follow the standards of the National After School Association, which is an accrediting body that focuses on quality child care for school-age children. Our program services children during the school year, before and after care programs that open at 7 a.m. And our aftercare programs start from the time school dismisses up until 6 p.m. For the fall, we're currently working with ACPS to develop programs to service children during the full day at an East End and West End location. And those programs, we're planning for them to be full day, and again, from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The CAMPAGNA Kids program also provides winter, spring, and summer camps during school breaks. So during the presentation, you saw a little bit of our summer camp program that we were running this summer. And we also included in our regular summer camp programming, we had specialty enrichment programming that parents could sign their children up for, which are our Summer Performing Arts Academy, which this year was held at Patrick Henry, where the children take lessons in instrumental music and musical theater and video production, as well as our Art and Tech Academy, where children study things such as film, the fine arts, and robotics and tech. And in addition to those offerings that we have during the summer, during the school year, we also offer enrichment opportunities such as chess, robotics, 3D printing, dance, and we also continue our offerings in instrumental music lessons. We, in addition to the education enrichment opportunities that are related to the arts and STEM, we offer math and reading clubs and homework assistance that are provided by ACPS teachers and paraprofessionals. And so we have additional supports that we use ACPS to come and provide academic services to our children and families. As we plan for this upcoming fall, all of our children will be divided into groups of 10, and there will be one adult for every group of 10 children, and we'll be divided into classrooms in an ACPS school building. And again, we're currently working to have an East End and West End location for our families. Our programs will follow the school's daily schedule from 8 a.m. to, while we open the program at 7 a.m., at 8 a.m., we'll start following the ACPS daily schedule of 8 a.m. to 2:30 being a time for school, where we will have staff there to support your children in the online learning process and to help them stay focused, to keep them on track and help them navigate through the online learning portals. And we'll also be serving meals during this time. A breakfast, lunch, and snack will be served to your child while they're with us in the program. And then after the school portion is over, we'll start our regular aftercare programming, which we offer safe activities, enrichment, and outdoor play to the children. Next slide, please. So as schools are operating under a virtual status, our CAMPAGNA Kids program will be able to serve, as I said earlier, at a limited number of sites. We're aiming for an East End and West End location, and where we'll be prioritizing parents who are employed and need access to care. Our program fees are based on parent income, and we accept applications on a rolling basis. So there is no deadline for application. You can go at any time to complete an application, and we also accept children that use subsidy. We've enhanced our health and safety measures at our program sites, such as we've reorganized our program sites to support social distancing. All of our staff members are required to wear protective equipment, such as masks, face shields, gloves, and shoe coverings. All of our children are also required to wear masks when they come in the building. Our children are provided their own materials, and materials that the children share are sanitized in between each individual use. Daily health screenings happen with children and staff before they are allowed to enter the building each day. And we check everyone's temperature, and everyone is asked a list of screening questions prior to entering the building. We've increased our sanitation routines. There are hourly sanitation routines in addition to sanitation that happens after individual use of equipment by the children. And again, masks are required for staff and students, and our staff will be required to be tested monthly for COVID. Next slide, please. So if you have more questions about how to enroll in our program or questions about our programming for the fall, you can reach out to me directly at rgore@campagnacenter.org, or you can, I have my work phone here at 703-224-2364, or you can go to our website and click on elementary programs. Thank you.
Okay, now we are going to hear from the last program, Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nadia Peterson. Let me start my video here, I'm sorry. And I am the Senior Director of Operations for the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington. So I oversee the Virginia clubs, and the Alexandria, a beloved club of mine, is also within my region. Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington is a 150-year-old organization. So we have definitely been in the movement for youth impact for a very long time. The Boys and Girls Club in Alexandria is actually located on 401 North Payne Street. And our website is bgcgw.org, and you can always call our number. Next slide, please. Our mission, we help boys and girls of clubs of boys and girls of all backgrounds, especially those who need us the most, build confidence, develop character, and acquire the skills needed to become productive, civic-minded, responsible adults. Our focus and our impact, as DC Metro's region's largest and oldest charity serving at-risk kids, we serve 21,000 kids each year at 15 accessible locations. We are experts at delivering outcome-driven youth development programming focused on leadership and service, as well as health and wellness, while offering a safe and positive place with mentors and educational enrichment. Next slide, please. Meet our wonderful staff people. This is Alston Waller, who become with the branch director, and everyone's email is right below. But Alston Waller was actually a club kid that attended the Alexandria Boys and Girls Club frequently, and kind of rose through the ranks. So he is a beloved member of not only our organization but of the community. I'm sure some of you have already heard of him. He's always welcoming arms with our kids and making sure that he's delivering the best programming possible. Antonio Jenkins is our program director, and Miss Patrice Hall is also a avid community member and knows, I feel like she knows everybody in the community, and she's always here to help, and her email is listed below. Next staff. Sorry, next slide. Thank you. Why the Boys and Girls Club is unique. Our focus is on maintaining the social and emotional connection between our staff and our members. Offered a diverse collection of programs and activities so every child can find an activity they love to do. Continued emphasis on academic. We're definitely going to be offering learning hubs for our youth that are coming into the clubs during the time where school is in session. We're also working with a couple of partners and organizations to see if we can acquire Chromebooks and tablets to help those youth that don't have those electronic devices that can help them through those activities that they're going to need for the school year. But we concentrate on developing a sense of belonging, usefulness, influence, and competence for our members. Next slide, please. COVID safety measures. Greater Washington was one of the sites. In 2 of our locations, we were open for the essential workers. So we have not really shut down. I think we had like a 1-week grace period where we had shut down, but we've been pretty open. We've been opening site after site for different needs of our communities. Some of the safety measures, as you know, a lot of folks have also said before me, so I don't want to keep beating that horse, but I'll definitely go through it. Health screening at entry, frequent hand washing, temperature checks, social distancing, masks worn by staff and children, and regular wipe down of high touch areas. We have been very careful and constant with these measures to ensure not only the safety of our staff, but not only the safety of our youth, but definitely our staff as well. Any scares with COVID, staff are required to go home, get tested, get tested, and anybody that they've been in contact with. Knock on wood, we haven't had any of those instances as of yet. Next slide, please. I did want to introduce our Clubhouse at Your House platform. This was derived from, of course, our clubs being closed down for a period of time, where our youth that were very used to coming to the club to get their social and emotional needs met were not able to meet with their mentors. Thus evolved Clubhouse at Your House. And we always say in the beginning marks, if you can't come to the club comes to you. Within this movement, when we had started, we were using the Zoom platform, and we still continue to use Zoom and Class Dojo to reach our young people. The moment COVID-19 made BGCGW pivot our programming to maintain the social and an emotional connection between our staff and our members. The commitment. The impacts of COVID-19 and systematic racism has had a disproportionate impact on our children we serve. Now more than ever, the members need their Boys and Girls Clubs. 90% of our youth that attend the current members are of minority races. So this is very important to us. The adoption. Currently, we provide 40 hours of live interactive programming offered off-the-shelf free software. And the success of the platform has attracted members from clubs across DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We've been really grateful and thankful to have wonderful professionals on our team that were able to grow this program. And not only for our own organization, but many organizations within Maryland and DC have also partnered with us to just make this a greater program with our youth. And the opportunity to create a branded platform that complements a traditional club model with virtual outreach and reaches young people beyond our geographic footprint, those with medical challenges and those who have no access to the local Boys and Girls Club. This virtual platform for now is free for anyone who wants to attend. All of our Boys and Girls Club programming, from our Power Hour, homework health, to healthy lifestyles, we are still performing all of those 5 core areas within our virtual learning platform, and that link is below. Next slide, please. Sign up today. This is how we sign up, bgcgw.imscloud.com. This is a new platform that we were already going to be rolling out, but post-COVID, this has actually worked out a little better because we were able to work a little bit of the kinks out. It'll give you everything you need in terms of sign up and registration materials. Our hours are going to be from 8:30 to 6 p.m. And these hours are going to start in September 8th. As I said, we are still currently running our programming for summer. In those hours, for summer current hours, it's 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. But we will be shifting hours beginning September 8th. Registration is limited. Of course, we're following all CDC guidelines to include 6-foot distancing. So of course that puts our ratios and the numbers of kids that we can actually serve in our clubs a little different than we would pre-COVID, of course. So please do sign up as soon as possible. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Next slide, I'm sorry. Actually 2 next slides over. One more. Okay, perfect. That's our last slide. Thank you for your time. Our information is on there, and I'm sure Robin will send it out as well. We look forward to seeing you. Call us. We're welcome. We're willing to do Zoom tours as well, if that's what's needed. And of course, we hope to see you soon. Thank you, everyone.
We appreciate you joining the open house. This presentation will be recorded so that if there's any parts that you missed or anything you want to go back to, you will be able to have that opportunity to find this event on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you everyone for attending. We appreciate the time that you took to find out and learn about some of the few programs that we have for childcare in Alexandria.